Now the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At shooting guard, A.J. Lawson. At small forward, Ochai Agbaji. At center, Jakob Poeltl. At the other guard, Emmanuel Quickly. At the other forward, Scotty Barnes. The head coach of the visiting team is Darko Rajakovic. Small forward.
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Stephen Curry.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Poeltl down low at the 4 and 5. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Lawson in at the 2. And for Golden State, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Butler, and it's Moody in at the 3 slot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Agbaji. Back to Quickly. Shoots over Curry. Oh, it's blocked by Green. And they recover it. And the 3 off target. Butler against Barnes. Pass to Green. Outside Pajemski. Green, a screen. Shot clock at 5. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
I'll tell you, Draymond Green just excellent at setting his teammates up with his screening ability and then roll to the rim with a purpose. Nice.
Now here's Quickly. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Poeltl. Rebounded by Green.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Butler, a screen on Quickly. And a deep 3 from Curry. Rebound Toronto. Their last encounter in Toronto.
Last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. A bench play in that game was the difference.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Agbaji, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. And that one's good. Lawson.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite stores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
The shot by Pajemski, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Lawson passes to Quickly. Pass to Barnes. How about Scotty Barnes, Doris? Named an All-Star during his 3rd season in 2024.
And in fact, the third youngest All-Star that year. Listen, he has upgraded his playmaking. He's still getting better, and I think that's the scary part for the rest of the league.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Barrett's checked in for Toronto, and that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Curry surveys. Green with a screen on quickly. The three from Curry. Gets the three ball to go.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Moody. No made baskets yet. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. 5 to shoot. Over quickly. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Quickly against Curry. Now here's Quickly. He's closely guarded. Pirtle with a screen on Butler. The three from Barnes. Offensive board. Out to the right wing. Lawson. Three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Green. Outside Pajemski. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Curry. The Raptors making their last shot. Pass to Green. Lets a three fly. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Green's got 5 now.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch-and-shoot delivery? Nice.
Outside Barrett. With the 10-footer. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Brandon Pajemski.
It was dealing with the NBA's physical play that was Pirtle's biggest challenge when he came into the league, but he knows how to use his body now to get these calls.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Jakob Pirtle, guys, may not be a stretch big, but what he does well is virtually everything else. He boards it, he plays incredible D, and he's a very good passer.
And so Pirtle nails both of them. Here's Hield. He picked up 15 in their last win against Milwaukee. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nails it from 3.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Shed. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga. And it's Post in at center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Curry, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Hield. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Hield's got his first points of the night.
Well, Buddy Hield on point from the mid-range. Don't give this guy any breathing room.
Here's Shed. Here's Agbaji. And the three-pointer goes. Agbaji's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hield passes to Kuminga. Outside Payton. Now here's Curry. He's got 6. There's a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Lobo with a rebound. Toronto trailing. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Pajimski comes in for Payton. And Toronto also making a switch. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Agbaji. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. To the middle. Here's Shed. Oh, Green with a block.
A valuable, dogged defender. Draymond Green doing his thing.
6 on the shot clock. The 3, Barrett. Gets the 3 to fall. Barrett's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates. And it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Here's Walter. Still no points. Barrett can't hit. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Draymond! Oh, such a force inside.
There's a dogged intensity with which Draymond Green plays the game of basketball. He will get to the space he wants and score it.
Boucher outside. Outside Barrett. Boucher a screen on Hield. And it's Barrett off the drive. Basket's good. Barrett's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, R.J. Barrett, how about the ability to focus with a defender right in his grill? How about that finish? Woo!
Now here's Green. 7 points in the game. Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Here's Shed. He's covered by Curry. Boucher a screen on Hield. 13 feet out. Barrett can't hit. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. That's the first game of a 6-game road trip. And they get it back. Hield finds Curry. Second chance shot. Ooh, Curry up and in through contact.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And the Warriors make some changes. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Kuminga, and Moody is subbed in for Stephen Curry. Some changes for Toronto. Raptors trail by 4. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Abaji. Inside. Here's Barnes. Green with the defensive effort.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Butler. Hits the front of the rim and out. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. 1:11 left to play in the first half of basketball. Pass to Pirtle. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Oh, you see Jakob Poeltl powering through the contact. Use that size, young sir.
Hield passes to Moody. Back to Hield. Lawson with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Back to Quickly. Up top Barnes. Pass to Quickly. Clock at 6. And it's all tied up. Quickly's got his second basket of the game.
That's about activity, determination, Quickly finishing strong.
Outside Podziemski. Back to Butler. Down low. Green. That one is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Here's Abaji. Barnes in the post. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's a tie game in the Bay Area, and we'll be back right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? Well, guys, any thoughts on where these teams are heading?
A few will rise, a few will fall, and some, like my own career, remain strong and controlled and dominant.
Do you see yourself in every stat? It seems like we can't even revolve anything without you in it.
Yeah, glad you understand the gravity of the situation, Jet. I'm pulling you in. You're not getting away. Deploying energy beams. Zoom, zoom.
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
The Warriors shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. So for Toronto right now, Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then there's Emmanuel quickly, and it's Abaji in at the small forward.
Whether he's improvising or whether he's running set plays, Steph Curry is an absolute force.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. The Warriors leading. Outside Butler. Butler! He's too much close to the rim.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Butler against Barnes. Pass to quickly. Fires from 14. And the shot no good. A bit short.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Butler. Barnes with the rebound. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Lawson, defended by Pajemski. It's stolen by Green. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Curry passes to Moody. And here's Pajemski. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And let's turn to the league leaders now and check out which teams are tops in rebounding this season. The Warriors, 4th.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They're scoreless since the first half. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Quickly outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Barnes with a screen on Curry. The 3 from Quickly. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Abaji. Green covering. Quickly. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
A shoot-first guard who also is selfless, Curry continues to add to his resume.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Buddy Hield.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Hield's checked in for Moody. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Curry. Now Butler. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Pass to Shed. Here's Pirtle. Who poked away. Curry with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Pirtle with the ball. To stop the drought. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Well, terrific use of the pump fake by Pirtle. He gets his man in the air, draws the contact. That move is just so effective.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the Raptors making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And he sinks the second. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
Now here's Barnes, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range. And the Raptors get it back. Walter from outside. And again, Toronto, no good. The Warriors lead by 15. Here's Hield. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Hield's got 5 points now this quarter.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Butler against Barnes. Left side Curry. Outside for Butler. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Shed. Now Barrett. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to draw contact and get himself to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And the Warriors with possession. They're on an 18-4 run.
They've toned down their 3-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
And here is Barrett. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Curry and Heel to the sharpshooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Mobo, shoots over Kuminga. Mobo can't hit. The Warriors lead by 16. Here's Payton. It's rebounded by Barrett. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
You can tell some players like that rhythm dribble. R.J. Barrett using the pull-up jumper. Go ahead, R.J.
Here's Post, covered by Boucher. Left side Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Payton. Walter pulls it in.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Heel. Pass to Curry. There's a screen by Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Mobo can't hit. The Warriors lead by 14. Now Payton. Curry with it. Back to Payton. Outside Curry. Healed for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Pajemski's checked in. Quickly is checked in for Toronto. Here's Quickly. To the inside. Boucher. The rebound by Post. The Warriors lead by 17. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. Barrett with it. Payton covering. Barrett against Payton. And the basket is good. Barrett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
To the paint. And stolen by Boucher. Here comes Toronto on the push. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Now here's Pajemski. Outside Butler. Pass to Moody. Green with the ball. From the arc. The shot by Pajemski, no good. Here's Walter, defended by Pajemski. Quickly outside. Barnes feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Walter. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Quickly. Barnes with it. Over Butler. And too long on the shot. On the wing, Curry. Guarded by Quickly. Back to Butler. Now here's Curry from outside the arc. And the Warriors miss again.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Quickly outside. Lets it go. And he connects with a jumper. 55 seconds left in the fourth.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Warriors.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Stephen Curry.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
What a nice read by Green. He's got a basketball IQ off the charts, an incredible understanding of the game.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, team. Well, Draymond, it was smooth sailing for you tonight. How'd you make it look so easy?
I mean, it's seamless because I play with guys who makes it seamless. You know, I don't have to come out and try to do too much. Just come out and be myself. And so, for that reason, it was seamless.
All right, congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.